Good morning students, welcome back to our subject Science 2 and Chapter 8 Cell Biology and Biotechnology. Points to be covered: human health, vaccine and vaccination, treatment, interferon, gene therapy, cloning, industrial product, white biotechnology, environment and biotechnology, food biotechnology, DNA fingerprinting, green revolution, white revolution, blue revolution, fertilizer, insecticide, organic farming, apiculture, cultivation of medicinal plants, fruit processing. Human health, diagnosis and treatments of disease are two important aspects of human health management. Biotechnology helps to identify the role of genes, if any, in disease of a person. Diagnosis of diabetes or heart disease has become possible even before onset of symptoms with the help of biotechnology. Diagnosis of a disease like AIDS, dengue can be done within few minutes. Hence, treatment can be done at the earliest. Various medicines are used for treatments of disease. Example, the hormones insulin is used in treatment of diabetes. Earlier, insulin was being collected from the pancreas of horses. However, nowadays, due to the biotechnology, insulin can be prepared with the help of bacteria. For this purpose, human insulin genes has been inserted into genomes of bacteria. Various vaccines and antibiotics are also produced in the same way. Vaccine and vaccination. Vaccine is an antigen containing material given to acquire their permanent or temporary immunity against a specific pathogen or disease. Traditionally, vaccines were prepared with the help of pathogens. Completely or partially killed pathogens were used as vaccines. However, due to this, there are chances of contracting disease in case of some persons. Hence, an alternative, scientists tried to artificially produce vaccines with the help of biotechnology. For this purpose, scientists produce antigens in laboratories with the help of genes isolated from the pathogens and used it as vaccine. Thus, safer vaccines are being produced. Now, proteins which act as an antigen are injected in pure form instead of injecting the killed or semi-killed pathogen. This protein keeps a person away from the disease by keeping the immune system active. Thus, injecting the antigen is safest way in vaccination. Vaccines produced with the help of biotechnology are more thermostable and remains active for longer duration. Example, vaccine of polio and hepatitis. Edible vaccine works on the production of edible vaccine is in a process, and presently potatoes and bean produced with the help of biotechnology. These potatoes are called as transgenic potatoes. These potatoes will act against the bacteria like Vibrio cholerae and Escherichia E. coli. Consumption of this raw potato generates the immunity against cholera and diseases caused due to E. coli. Now in the picture we will see isolation of desired gene from the human pathogen. Transgenic plant virus. Virus infects the pieces of potato leaves. Entire plant is developed from the leaf pieces containing genes of a human pathogen. Consumption of raw potatoes helps to develop immunity against that pathogen. Treatment. Biotechnology is useful for production of hormones like insulin, somatotropin and blood clotting factors. Interferon. This is a small size protein molecule used in treatment of viral diseases. These are produced in blood. However, nowadays with the help of biotechnology, transgenic E. coli are used for production of interferon. Gene therapy. Gene therapy is to treat genetic disorders in somatic cells has become possible due to the biotechnology. Example, phenylketonuria, that is PKT, arises due to genetic changes in hepatocyte liver cells. It has become possible to treat it with the gene therapy. This method is called as somatic cell gene therapy. All the cells except sperms and ova in the body are called as somatic cells. Cloning. Production of replica of any cells or organ or entire organism is called cloning. Reproductive cloning. A clone can be produced by fusion of a nucleus of somatic cell with the enucleated ovum of any body. Thus, there is no need of sperm to produce a new organism. Therapeutic cloning. Stem cells can be derived from the cells formed in the laboratory by the unions of somatic cell nucleus with the enucleated egg cell. Various diseases can be treated with the help of these stem cells. Similar to the cell, genes can also be cloned and millions of copies of same genes can be produced. Those can be used for gene therapy and other purposes. Controlling the inheritance of hereditary disease, continuation of generation, enhancing the specific tendency may become possible due to cloning technique. However, there is a worldwide opposition to human cloning on various issues. Industrial product and white biotechnology. Various industrial chemicals can be produced through less expensive process. Example, alcohol production from sugar molasses with the help of transgenic yeast. Environment and biotechnology. It has become possible to solve environment related various problems with the help of biotechnology. Microbial techniques are already used for treatments on sewage and solid waste. Sewage is rich in organic matter. If such sewage is released in natural water bodies like river, the organic matter in it gets oxidized with the help of dissolved oxygen. Due to this, the level of dissolved oxygen in water decreases, adversely affecting aquatic life. As a remedy on this, sewage should be released in river only after oxidation with the help of microbial techniques. Microbes are useful on large scale while production of the compost by treatment on solid organic waste material. Bioremediation, biopesticide, biofertilizer, biosensor, etc. are some of new concepts in biotechnological methods. Bioremediation means either absorption and destruction of toxic chemicals and harmful pollutants with the help of plants and microorganisms. If plants are used for this purpose, it is called as phytoremediation. Some examples of bioremediation are as follows. Pseudomonas bacteria are useful for cleaning the hydrocarbons and oil pollutants from soil and water. The fern Pteris vittata can absorb the arsenic from the soil. Genetically modified variety of Indian mustard can absorb selenium from the soil. Sunflower can absorb uranium and arsenic. Bacterium Deinococcus radiodurans is highly radiation resistant organism. It has been genetically modified and used to absorb radiations from radioactive debris. Then grasses like alfalfa, clover are used in phytoremediation. Food biotechnology. Food items like bread, cheese, wine, beer, yogurt, vinegar are produced with the help of microorganisms. These food items are probably the oldest ones produced with the help of biotechnology. DNA fingerprinting. DNA sequence of each person is unique as that of the fingerprints. Due to this, identity of any person can be established with the help of its available DNA. This is called as DNA fingerprinting. It is mainly useful in forensic science. Identity of the criminal can be established with the help of any part of its body found at the site of the crime. Similarly, identity of father of any child can be established. This research is performed in the Center for DNA Fingerprinting and Diagnostic, Hyderabad. Green Revolution. Problem of population explosion was started to appear at the beginning of 20th century. Almost all the countries, especially underdeveloped and developing countries, had been badly affected by the effect of poor quality and quantity of food. Various methods applied for harvesting maximum yield from minimum land are collectively called as Green Revolution. Improved drought variety of wheats and rice, proper use of fertilizer and pesticides, and water management had led to the increased production of food grains, and thereby large population has been saved from hunger. Dr. Norman Borlaug, USA, and Dr. M.S. Swaminathan, India has valuable contribution in Green Revolution. Various research institutes and laboratories are engaged in development of new varieties of various crops through research. Example, Indian Agricultural Research Institute, New Delhi, National Citrus Research Institute, Nagpur, allied branches, Indian Institute of Science and National Pomegranate Research Institute, Solapur. White Revolution. Various parts of India were rich in milk and milk products. However, those products were not sufficient to meet the need of far-flung regions. Dr. Verghese Kurian proved through the cooperative movement and use biotechnology that dairy cannot be allied but it will be a mainstream business. He put the cooperative dairy movement of Anand, Gujarat at all-time high status. While achieving the self-sufficiency in dairy business, various experiments were performed for quality control, newer dairy products and their preservations. Blue Revolution. Production of various useful aquatic organisms with the help of water is called as Blue Revolution. Farm ponds and other fishes are very common in East Asian countries. However, people are not only thinking of cultivating fishes and shrimps but other aquatic plants and animals too. Government of India has vowed to increase the production by encouraging people in pisciculture by launching the program of Nil Kranti Mission 2016 NKM16. 50% to 100% subsidies are offered in this case. Marine and freshwater fishery is possible on large scale. Freshwater fishes like rohu, kalta and other fishery products like shrimps and lobsters are being cultivated on large scale. Fertilizer. Two types of fertilizer are used in agriculture. One those is organic manure and other are chemical fertilizer. Water holding capacity of soil improves with the soil conservation due to use of manure. Upper layer of soil essential in agriculture is formed due to humus formation. Various essential elements like sodium, phosphorus, potassium can be available to crops due to the earthworm and fungi. In soilless farming, that is hydroponics, liquid chemicals, fertilizers are used. However, there are more harmful effects of liberal use of chemical fertilizers. It includes decrease in the fertility of soil. Insecticide. Though the natural immunity of plants can prevent the infection, use of insecticide is not under the control. Irrespective of a natural friend of farmers like frog and insectivorous birds, pesticides are used on large scale for increase in yield. Pesticides are in fact a type of poison. This type poison enters the food web through water and food and its biomagnification occurs. Various pesticides like DDT, malathion, chlorpyrifos, etc. have been proved to be dangerous. Organic farming. Nowadays, organic farming and organic products have become a buzzword, and organic products have been available and demand for them is ever increasing. Chemical fertilizer and pesticides have been used on large scale, and this poisonous chemical reach the humans through food and water, and their adverse harmful effect on humans and environment become apparent. Various problems like soil fertility and pest infestation has become serious. So as to overcome this problem, farmers are opting for organic farming. It includes a complete ban on the chemical fertilizer and pesticides and use of local sturdy varieties and thereby maintaining a natural balance. Definitely this is a welcome decision. Apiculture. You must have seen the beehives. Worst method of harvesting and collecting honey from those hives is driving away the bees by smoking the hives with a burning torch and then cutting the hives into pieces. This method causes destruction of hives and large-scale death of bees. However, it is easy to collect the honey without destroying the hives and bees if artificial bee boxes are used. Cultivation of medicinal plants. India has been gifted with a great biodiversity. Indian citizens have established a humble and strong relation with the nature. We have a great tradition of Ayurveda and that cures the diseases with the help of natural sources. During the early days, medicinal plants were collected from the forest. However, due to the depletion in forest area, medicinal plants are becoming rare. Hence, medicinal plants are being cultivated. Fruit processing. We are daily using various products prepared from fruits. All are consuming the products like chocolate, jellies, jams, juices. All these products can be produced by processing on fruits. Fruits are perishable agro product. It needs the processing in such a way that it can be used throughout the year. Fruit processing includes various methods ranging from storage in cold storage to drying, salting, airtight packaging, preparing murambas, evaporating, etc.